hello. Oh my god, I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited to be here. Listen, I wanted to do YouTube for a really long time, but just time is really difficult to find. Now your girl's unemployed, not out of choice by the way, I'm not there yet with the dollar. I thought this is a perfect time to start doing YouTube whilst I have nothing else going on. I mean, I say that, I am so busy. I feel like I actually work more now because I feel bad to rest. Anyway, hi, welcome. I'm gonna put my hair up because this is already driving me insane. Having your hair down with a hoodie just doesn't work. It does not work at all. Welcome to my book channel. So I actually used to do YouTube back in the day, but I never really knew like my niche and what I really wanted to post and never really commit to it. Whereas now I'm like, books, love them. That's what I'm gonna be talking about. So if you are looking for another book girly to watch in your spare time in the evenings or on weekends, or just maybe listen to, then hi, hello, I would love for you to be here. At least once a week you will get a video from me. I'm going to post on Sunday mornings every single week at the very minimum, and then I'm going to try and also post midweek. I'm thinking maybe Wednesday. Yeah, maybe Wednesday. I feel like Wednesday is quite a good day to post. But hi, hello. Today's video I'm going to be talking about books that I always recommend. I thought that's a really good place to start. You guys will get to know me and my book preference, what I recommend and why, and then I don't know where this channel will take me. Might be famous with this one video, who knows. Anyway, let's start off strong with getting my notebook out and go for something Christmassy. Snowed In by Catherine Walsh. I'm not really a Christmas book girly, okay? I will read one, maybe two at a push just to get myself in the mood, but I'm just not the biggest fan of like Christmassy books. Not a bit of me. However, Snowed In, absolutely loved it. I read it last year. So easy to read, so fun. The main characters basically end up, it's like a forced proximity sort of situation. They end up getting snowed in, ha ha ha. They have to spend more time together, and I'm pretty sure one of them is not a big fan of Christmas, which I related to because I wasn't really a big fan of Christmas until recently. I'm trying to like get myself more into it. I would recommend if you want something really fun, like the back end. I just remember laughing. I remember actually physically laughing, and I find that really hard to do with books, so the fact that I actually laughed says a lot. Unlike the kind of cutesy and fun vibes, The 7 Year Slip, so good. Love this book. Okay, the messaging behind it is beautiful. It's got magical realism. So the main female character moves into her old nan's house. I think it's somewhere in New York. It's like an apartment. The flat, I think, goes back in time by 7 years. I always get confused whether it goes forward or backwards. You'll know when you read it, obviously. Not always, just like sometimes she'll open the door and it's like 7 years behind or ahead, and she finds this mail in her apartment. The messaging is super sweet because it basically shows how much can change in 7 years, how a different person you can be based on the choices that you make. And also it's just really sweet because it just shows that, you know, if you really love someone, just go for it. Don't wait, don't hesitate, just do it, because 7 years is a long ass time. Okay, if you love someone, you make it work. And on that kind of a romance making it work, oh, look at these transitions between books. A love letter to whiskey. This is not for everyone, but I always recommend it when someone says they want something a little bit more frustrating, gut-wrenching, realistic romance, and that is it. Okay, this isn't like a fluffy situation. This is, you're gonna want to throw your Kindle out of the window. Okay, second chance romance, maybe like a million chance romance, to be perfectly honest with you. This story spans over like 10 years or something, so don't expect a really cute meet cute and then that's kind of it. They always find themselves in really annoying situations where one of them might be in a relationship, one of them might have to move to a different town, city, state, whatever. So every time they come together, they realize they can't actually be together. So it's really annoying. But it's one of my favorite realistic romances. It made me cry, made me laugh, made me feel frustrated. If you're looking for something a little bit more gut-wrenching, a bit more frustrating, then I would really recommend something a little bit more gut-wrenching. The Edge of Darkness trilogy. I'm going in the deep end, okay? The Edge of Darkness trilogy is for people who love a dark romance, okay? So read your trigger warnings because this is a heavy trilogy, but one of my all-time favorites. I will also give a shout out to the Cat and Mouse duet. I know this is a little bit like, ooh, should you like it, should you not? I completely get if you don't like the Cat and Mouse duet. I'm never gonna judge you for not liking it. Now, the reason why I love the Cat and Mouse duet, it's not even of the romance. I mean, the romance is interesting. It's more the overarching story I absolutely loved, and nothing came close to this duology until I read the Edge of Darkness trilogy. So there's a little bit flying around. It has similar themes in the kind of overarching story. So you've got the bad men that want the women for you know what, and it's a second chance romance. Okay, you're gonna come across some nasty business. Also, the romance part is dark. Like, there are scenes that are just not for everyone. Like, the kind of passionate moments are a little bit on the dark side, and everyone is not gonna like that. If you do like a dark romance, you haven't read this trilogy, then what are you doing? A little bit on a lighter note, Devil's Night series. Really good if you want to start reading a little bit of like a dark romance, but you're not quite there yet. Devil's Night series is really good, especially the first 2 books. They're not the darkest. They're kind of more introductions to the world, and the boys that you follow, they're masked men, but they're not like masked men all the time. Like, it's not masked men during the passionate scenes like with a lot of other masked men books. They wear masks every year on the 30th of October for Devil's Night. They cause a lot of chaos in their town, and one year something happens, they go to prison. One of the guys didn't go to prison, which is who you follow in the first book, and you watch that whole kind of storyline develop, them getting out of prison, what happens, whilst also being absolutely obsessed with this female. The third book is definitely the darkest in my opinion. Absolutely love him though. He has a very special place in my heart. He's been through a lot, but you get to find out what that is. So a lot of it is quite heavy, but a beautiful love story at the same time. And then the last kind of like dark romance that I always recommend is the Mindfuck series. This is definitely, I mean, people say it's dark romance. I don't think it's dark romance personally. I think it's like romance thriller with a dark theme. That's how I would personally describe it. So you follow the FMC, who is a serial unaliver for a reason, okay? And the romance part is the FBI, who is looking for the serial unaliver. Like, what more do you want? Beautiful, stunning 10/10, right? I just remember absolutely loving the kind of back and forth. Will he find out who she is? That kind of thing. It is gut-wrenching when you find out exactly why she's a serial unaliver. That is probably the dark bit. If you have never read like a dark themed book before, that is the perfect place to start. And the FMC is on a revenge arc. Who doesn't love that? Who does not love that? Oh, sticking with crime, The Naturals. Oh, bit of a YA. I say bit of a YA, it is a YA book. I'm pretty sure the author has got like a degree in criminology or something like that. So you follow these young, I want to say like young kids, teenagers. They're not adults yet. There's like 4 or 5 of them, and they all have a special skill. Now, it's not like supernatural, but like one of them can tell when someone's lying. One of them is really good with numbers and like blood spatter and patterns and that kind of thing. They use those skills to help FBI agents with cold cases. I loved it because I felt like I learned so much about crime. There's like the overarching storyline with the kids as well. So you've got like the cold cases they solve, but also the overall kind of main story that happens in the background that comes together in the last book. It's just so easy to read. The chapters are literally like 3-4 minutes long, which is honestly my favorite thing in the world. I hate long chapters. The Grace Year, The Grace Year, The Grace Year, The Grace Year, The Grace Year. That is a book I think I've recommended the most in my whole reading journey so far. I absolutely love this book. This is a book that you think is about something and it's about something completely different. I ate it up. Me and the girls read it together and we all loved it. The concept is that these girls, once they reach like a certain maturity level, I think they're like 16 or they just start the period or something like that, they're then taken away for a year to rid their magic. What this book shows is, one, what can happen to your brain in certain scenarios, how much it can play with you. Everything about it is just like you at one point you don't know what's real and what isn't. It really relates to kind of present day and just over the years as well, with the relationship between men and women and how like men obviously have the upper hand and they've always led the world. Like, it's not a history book or anything like that, but it just relates to the present tense and kind of past history as well. Everyone and their mother should read it, no matter what gender you are, what age you are. I think it's amazing. This bit of hair is really annoying. I need to get a bit of a cut, but your girl don't have, I can't speak. What I was gonna say is your girl doesn't have money, but I just went, Sheba King duology. Sheba King duology. I got a few friends on this duology and they loved it because I'm the best. Stunning. I read this a really long time ago and I still talk about it to this day. Unique magic system, absolutely loved it. It's based on cards and cards give you different powers. You have to collect a certain number of them as well, I'm pretty sure. I read this a long time ago, so I need to remember. She hears voices. The main character that you follow, his voice is in her head, all one main voice. All of this comes together and you find out exactly what's what's going on. Obviously you've got the romance plot. The main story isn't necessarily like the most unique thing in the world. Like you've got the romance plot, you've got the, you know, revenge, you've got the fighting, you've got the, oh, he's the bad guy. The magic system is very unique. I've personally never read anything like it still. Nightshade by Autumn Woods, that is like my latest obsession. So good, so fun, so easy to read. Can you hear this rain? I'm sorry if you can hear this rain, I just realized I've got a sunroof on my ceiling. If you're looking for like quite like an easy romance with like slight gothic elements to it, 10/10. So the main FMC joins this kind of like slightly gothic school, college, whatever you want to call it. It's the same place where her parents unalived, and she's kind of like, hang on a minute, the story doesn't really add up, it's a bit weird, I'm going to do some digging. So she ends up digging to find out what happened to her parents. At the same time, she's navigating her relationships with other students. Obviously you've got the MMC, and they flirt so much, and there's tension. They flirt over email, over crosswords. Like, I love them. And the ending, it does end a little bit on a cliffhanger, so maybe just wait for the book 2, but also it's just such a fun read. A lot of yearning, tension, but fun. And as an audiobook, I would really recommend Project Hail Mary. That is stunning. Stunning. Like, it is one of my favorite audiobooks ever. The narrator does accents. He makes everyone come alive. Like, it just feels like there are different people narrating, even though it's just him. The story is very bittersweet as well. Like, you'll be emotional, you'll be laughing, you'll be crying. I would not change anything about it. It starts off with the main character waking up on a ship in space, and he's like, what the hell is going on? He's pretty much funny straight away. Like, he's like, I've got cables up my bum, like, what is going on? And you figure out throughout the book what he's doing and why. It goes into past tense, present tense. Ending is just, yeah, oh, so bittersweet. It is sci-fi, but I'm not a sci-fi girly, and I absolutely loved it. And then just very quickly, Sarah J Maas, The Whole Universe, always recommend. I started off with ACOTAR and I will finish with ACOTAR. No, it feels like it. When is the next book coming out? She just makes things complicated but builds them up to being complicated. Maybe apart from Crescent City. Actually, Crescent City is just complicated from the beginning. I was like, what is going on? I just love it. The characters that she builds, the found family, the magic systems, everything like tying in together, like, it's just something else. It's so well thought out, this whole like Sarah J Maas verse. I will forever and always recommend to people if they haven't already, which I'd be surprised if they haven't at least tried a Sarah J Maas book. And to finish off, the Empyrean series by Rebecca Yarros. The reason why I recommend this is because it's a really fun story based in college in book 1, and I think it's a really easy read, especially for people that aren't really into fantasy. So if you are wanting to get into fantasy, that's always a fun one to start with because it's not overly complicated. The third book, Onyx Storm, is a little bit more because you get to meet so many new characters, visit different places, and also Xaden. I'm an Asriel stan, okay? Asriel is my #1 always and forever, but the pictures of Xaden online are just insane. Every time I see one, I have to stop and pause and look at it because I'm like, honey, you are 10/10, come to my house. Asriel, yeah, we need a bit more of Asriel because I feel like once he gets a book, biggest wingspan and all, he must have more pictures. I'm looking at anyone who creates fan art, basically. I need an Asriel one. And that, I think, are all my book recommendations. Yeah, all the books I always recommend. This might change next year. But at the moment, these are the ones that I always think, yep, read that. So if you haven't read them and let me know how you get on.